Good Sunday morning. I know it was a fairly treacherous ride in an hour or so ago. Hopefully the roads are a little better now. Good. Yeah, it was hovering right around 32 degrees when I left this morning. Luckily, I'm learning to drive more cautiously in my old age. All right, so we'll do our usual sit. We'll walk around like a big loop around the table. We'll do the talk after the walk. walking. Sitting. So today's talk will conclude with a session on the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. And today will be on the final two, right, mindfulness and concentration. And before I kind of go back a little bit and just review what we've spent the last many weeks on, I want to share my definition of mindfulness that I like to use. And it's paying attention on purpose to the present moment without judgment and with compassion. And as you think about that definition of paying attention on purpose without judgment, I'll just share briefly what we've gone over so far. And you can see the importance that that plays along with concentration in utilizing this path. So the first noble truth is commonly referred to as, in life there is suffering. And so nobody is immune to it. Excuse me. The second noble truth is traditionally called suffering is caused by our craving, wishing things to be different than they are, thirsting for something different. Usually, that's because of our lack of understanding of impermanence. The third noble truth is that liberation is available to each and every one of us. And the fourth noble truth is the path that leads to that liberation and of suffering. And that's broken down into 3 sections of wisdom, ethics, and mental discipline. In the wisdom components, we have right understanding, which can bring to mind the understanding of how karma and impermanence works in our lives. Right intention, and as the Buddha put it, what we frequently ponder becomes our inclination of our mind. And then into the ethical components, we start with right speech, which is traditionally tells us to, within our speech, no harm, gossip, harsh words, abusive language. But equally as important is how well we listen. Right action. You can boil that down to cherish life and offer generosity. Right livelihood. More than just how we make money, but how we live our lives. And then, of course, the mental discipline components of mindfulness and concentration. There's really two main types of concentration, active and selective. And active is what's going on in my environment right now and seeing it's coming and going, the impermanent nature of everything. And selective is really focusing on one object. As we sit in shamatha, maybe we're focusing on the breath. And when our concentration turns to more active, we kindly and gently bring it back to that selective mode. When mindfulness and concentration are present, all of the 4 noble truths are present within us. Seeing our sensations as impermanent and our thoughts as thoughts without the attachments to them. Right concentration is really a combination of effort and mindfulness. With right concentration, focus, discipline, energy, and attention, really harness all of our energies into spiritual attainment. When talking about concentration, Lama Surya Das often talks about the 5 T's of concentration. First one is taming the mind. That's our willingness to sit on the cushion, to enter meditation. The second T is training of the mind. Training the restless mind to slow down, relax. That's what we're here to do today. The third T is test, which sometimes we have to do here as we hear the outside noise, but today is relatively quiet, at least outside of the mind. But it's about taking the practice off the cushion and testing what we've been practicing while we're sitting. From there, that leads to transformation, where we're no longer controlled by our thoughts. And then we can use our minds for its higher abilities, for a higher purpose. And the fifth T is transcendence. Oneness, harmony with the universe, no clinging or resistance, going with the flow, being that leaf on the river. So think about those T's, or how we use mindfulness and concentration in your life. And I'll close the talk with this quote by Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche, famous Tibetan teacher. The whole thrust of Buddha's teachings is to master the mind. If you master the mind, you will have mastery over the body and speech. Mastery over the mind is achieved through constant awareness of all your thoughts and actions. Maintaining this constant mindfulness in the practice of tranquility and insight, you will eventually be able to sustain the recognition of wisdom even in the midst of ordinary activities and distractions. Mindfulness is thus the very basis, the cure for all samsaric afflictions. Dedication of merit. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of these merits. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. Thank you, everybody. So it goes without saying that, as far as the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path go, to say I scratched the surface would be an overstatement, just, barely dipped a toe in the water. If it's something that you're interested in furthering your knowledge on, there's a plethora of books out there and Dharma talks online. Two of my favorite are Thich Nhat Hanh's Words of the Buddha? No. Thich Nhat Hanh, Heart of the Buddha's Teachings, thank you. And this one, which was the second book I ever bought on Buddhism, Awakening the Buddha Within by Lama Surya Das. And Thich Nhat Hanh's was the third book I bought. Still a wealth of knowledge in both those books. And you can't go wrong with any of them, really. So it's a matter of finding one that speaks to you. Yes? The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama. And I didn't get it. When I first read that book, no. It went way over my head. I've read it a few times since, and it makes a little bit more sense. I thought that's all I was looking for was happiness. So why not the Dalai Lama to teach me? Well, it's a little deeper than just wanting happiness. So that's where this book really came into play. It really set me on my path. And if there's anything anybody wants to hear brought up during these talks, please let me know. Message me, tell me, person, write it down, whatever. But we'll continue to do these in different themes or whatever comes to mind. I'll be gone for the next 2 Sundays. Bill and Tony will be leading the practices and giving the talks. Both amazing teachers in their own right. So they'll share their words of wisdom. So please come support them and support yourselves. The next 2 Sundays, I'll be back January, I think 4th is the Sunday I'll be back. And everything is on the books up until through then. The Monday nights, the Wednesdays, the Friday mornings, and of course the Sundays. Yes. No chanting on the 28th. Thank you. And January is the 2-year anniversary of the meditation studio. So we'll have a couple opportunities to celebrate that back to back. On the 18th, it's going to be a full day retreat. And that'll be on, finding our basic goodness. I'm going through a lot of the teachings that help to find that within us, help stop the discursive mind from habitually taking over. And then on Sunday, the 19th, I think I'll do, I'll publicize an open house, invite people in. So if you would like to stick around a little bit later for like an hour or so, 11 to 12, we'll have some cake and tea and whatnot, and I'll invite the public in if anybody wants to come in and see what we do. And also, it's an auspicious time, not necessarily for Buddhism, but for many other faiths. The 24th at sundown starts Hanukkah. Of course, the 25th is Christmas, and then the 26th is Kwanzaa. So it's a couple days full of faith and positiveness. and remembrance and all that. So, reach out, be with each other, be with others, and, celebrate the season. And if you don't celebrate those, celebrate with somebody else, whatever they celebrate. Live and learn, laugh and love, eat and pray, all that fun stuff. I wish you all the best of holidays and New Year, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you. And enjoy Cookies by Tony and oatmeal banana chocolate chip bars by Lee.